Big dogs, we're back at it. MMA Locker Room, Mills Young right here. Timestamp around 9:09 Cali time. Got my man Brad Francis with me, aka Brad Wins Best. How you doing today? What's your timestamp?
What up, Mills? I'm actually it's 12:10 here, actually in Orlando, Florida. My parents live here, so I will be attending the fights tonight. Got a solid card. It's gonna be a banger.
Oh man, you at the fights tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to the fights tonight, bro. I'm pumped. I can't
Oh
wait.
man, tickets and all already?
Oh, tickets and all already. I bought them right when they went on pre-sale. I was like, all right. My family lives down here, so I was like, I have to go. Like, I'm not just gonna miss that. I got a place to stay and shit. So it'll be
Hell
cool.
yeah, man. Hey man, glad to see you back, man. We back at it, man. Took some weeks off, we didn't have UFC last week. We just had PFL. And speaking about that, oh man, the upsets is out, man. Kayla Harrison is no longer champ. Got upsetted. She was a big favorite, minus 800. Last week I only had one play out there that I gave out, and I lost. It was Kayla Harrison wins inside the distance. Wasn't even a juice price tag or anything. So got to take it on the chin. Bounce back next week trying to win.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I didn't mess with the PFL at all last week. I did see that Kayla Harrison fight. It's pretty crazy. Big upset. Interested to see if she gets her belt back. I think she will. I mean, she's pretty dominant. It was a close fight, but we'll see. How you feel about this card, though?
Man, I'm gonna be honest, man. This card I love, man. I love from
Hmm.
a fight perspective. When I'm actually gonna be watching these fights, it's gonna be some good fights. It's not no filler fights. It's not no why is this fight on the card. It's 14 fights. 15 was supposed to be on there. One got pulled off. Tracy Cortez against Amanda Ribas. Oh man, I had a premium on Tracy Cortez. I got her at plus money, and now she closed at a minus 115. So I'm not gonna be able to get that price tag back. But that was one of the fights that got canceled on that one. Besides that, man, the prelims is stacked. I mean, the main card is stacked. You got main hitters in the main event. Kevin Holland taking on Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. I'm gonna just tell you guys like this: if you like martial arts, taekwondo, karate, kung fu, this is the main event for you. I mean, you're gonna see martial arts put on at a high display right here. None of that crouch sniffing wrestling stuff, holding people down and stuff. What's some of the fights that you're really looking forward to?
I mean, yeah, like you were saying, there really is no filler fights. It seems like all these fights have a purpose, and yeah, they're all just solid all around. I mean, Tai Tuivasa versus Sergey here. I mean, that's going to be an absolute banger. Someone's going to get slept in that. Brian Barberina versus RDA. Super excited for that one. Philip Rowe. I enjoy watching him. He's from Orlando, so I'm excited to see him fight. All around, just a solid card.
Hell yeah, man. I'm with you on that one. So real quick, man, let's just go ahead and go over I'm gonna let you just go ahead and list the fights on the prelims, just so
Mhm.
that they know exactly what they are. And then after that, we'll just go over the main card and our best picks, our best lottery parlay. And two of the fights that might be on the prelims, we'll start off with that I think that's a little bit entertaining. But just let the people know what's on the fight card, who's fighting and everything like that, so I can send this out to some people.
Yeah, for sure. To start off, we got Marcelo Rojo versus Francis Marshall. Should be an interesting fight there. Nayan Levy versus Gennaro Valdez. Darren Elkins, The Damage versus Jonathan Pierce. Got Michael Johnson versus Mark DeCasey. Super excited for that one as well. We got the legend Clay Guida versus Scott Holtzman. Angela Hill versus Emily Ducute. I think I pronounced that right. And then we start to get to some bangers here. Nico Price versus Philip Rowe. Solid prelims there. And then rolling into the main card, Eric Anders versus Kyle Dawkins. Jack Hermanson versus Roman Diaz. Taitu Varsa versus Sergey Pavlovich. Matthew Nikolai versus Matthew Schnell. Brian Barberina versus RDA. Stephen Thompson versus Kevin Holland. Solid card all around. Can't complain.
Man, let's get into it then, man. So on the prelims, I will say there's a few fights that caught my eye that I'll go over with you guys. Got a few premiums on this card too. Got about four up there for sale. Put them in a package too. So if you guys want to get that 3 day pack, you definitely can. But I advise you guys to get that 3 day pass, man, because we locked and loaded college football, NFL around the corner, NBA. I mean, what a time to be alive, right? So
Sir.
as I look at the card, the first fight on the card is gonna be a banger. Yasmin Yorguri. I seen her fight live in Anaheim last time that she was out here. And I mean, not my bad. It wasn't Anaheim. It was the San Diego card, and that was like one of the banger fights of the night. And it was two girls making their debut. I'm not on that fight because that fight is a minus 300 price tag, you know. But one of the fights that I'm on is Nathan Levy. He opened up at a minus 170. Now he's closing at a minus 200. He's facing Gennaro Valdez right here. These guys right here, I got the pleasure of speaking to Nathan Levy 2 weeks ago. Interviewed him. If you guys want to check that out, check out my page, MMA Locker Room. But yeah, Nathan Levy, when it comes down to it, man, he has the martial arts background of Kung Fu masters. He literally traveled to Japan to learn karate and stuff like that. He's coming off of a win last time out against Mike Brennan. Before that, he made his UFC debut against Rafael Garcia in a fight that was back and forth. Rafael Garcia got about 8 takedowns on him. Nathan Levy got about 3. Nathan Levy outstruck him, but still wasn't able to get the win. So me, I like Nathan Levy a lot on here. I got him at a minus 170. I even like the minus 200 right here. I'm not advising anybody to just play it straight, but I'm not one to tell you how to make your money. But yeah, I really like Nathan Levy. On the flip side, got to give his opponent some credit. Gennaro Valdez, last time out, he got flatlined by my boy Matt Steamroller Favola, knocked down 4 times in round 1. Okay, but before that, I mean, the guy's record kind of flawless. He was undefeated, 10-0. You know, before that, now he's 10-1. All of his fights pretty much finish in the first round. He has like so many first round finishes. This fight is going to be one to watch. If you want to go for another prop, that's not going to be juice. I say fight not to go the distance in that one.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, in prelims, I like Philip Rowe in this one. I mentioned in the beginning, hometown guy. Nico Price, he had his time. He's an exciting fighter, but I think it's Philip Rowe's time. You could get him he's a slight underdog, so I'm digging that there. And then when it comes to some parlay pieces here, I like Scott Holtzman against Clay Guida. I think Clay Guida's just past his prime. So love him as a parlay piece, as well as Jonathan Pierce. Kind of the same thing. Darren Elkins, always been a fun guy to watch, but I mean, this guy can't buy a win. I think he's going to struggle tonight. His fighting style it's just not all around. It's not really high level anymore. He's a fun guy to watch. He brings it, but just not high level enough to fight with these guys these days.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that one. I definitely like Jonathan Pierce. I locked him up as a parlay piece about 2 weeks ago. Parlayed him with like a big, 3 big favorites. So I just need him for the last leg to close out something. When it comes down to it, his wrestling takedowns is something that pretty much is top tier pedigree. I would say this: I like Jonathan Pierce to finish Darren Elkins round 2. That's a good little prop if you guys get that one. Another fight on that's going to be a banger: Mark DeCasey versus Michael the Menace Johnson. I mean, man, you got a lot of Florida Orlando boys on this card. Michael Johnson, one of them. Nico Price, one of them. Phil Rowe, one of them. So I mean, the crowd's going to be going in there, and then that's going to be a good fight. But Mark DeCasey, he opened up at a minus 240 on the books. He's all the way at a minus 325. If you ask me, I think that's a solid parlay piece too to go with Jonathan Pierce. Scott Holtzman, man, versus Clay Guida. Scott Holtzman, everybody thought this guy just took off time and retired, but he's back. And he's back fighting against a guy who literally retired, took off time, and came back. Clay Guida retired and then came back to fight. Now this is his second fight back since retirement. But if you ask me, the price tag, Scott Holtzman minus 165. I was all over it. I even played it. Now minus 210. Money just came in on him today because he was at a minus 170 as of last night. I like Scott Holtzman a lot in this fight right here. Clay Guida, if he wants to win this fight, he will go for the takedowns. If he doesn't go for the takedowns, I think Scott Holtzman can do enough on the feet to get the win. If you guys seen the weigh-ins, it was something to see, man. This is how I kind of know both these guys are on their way out. Scott Holtzman came out there with his son, put his son on his shoulders and everything like that, had him do the flex, the muscles. Moments like that, you kind of say, all right, man, I think this is, him riding out to the sunset. Clay Guida, same thing. He came out there, man. You go out there and get on the scale. You just supposed to go up there, maybe take off your shirt and do a flex. Bro, this dude took off his shirt, his hoodie, his shoes, his hat. He did the pre-jump before he got on, looked at everybody, looked at Scott Holtzman's son, gave him a high five, then got on the scale. That tells me this is a retirement fight right here. So, yeah, I actually think either way it go, win, lose, or draw, one of these guys are going to be retiring in that fight. One other fight that I'm not going to speak too much about, but it's going to be a good one, man. And I'm going to be honest with you guys because I got a premium on it. But Either side you're on the right side. Angela Hill versus Emily Ducote. Man, this is gonna be a good one right here. You got a UFC vet like Angela Hill. So many wins, but she's damn near a 500 fighter. 14 wins, 12 losses, taking on Emily Ducote. She made her debut about 3 months ago in UFC. She got the win in that fight against, I want to say it was Jessica Piani. Before that, she was in Invicta, and she has one of the most classic knockouts against Taylor. And yeah, man, and she was in there doing her thing. She fought in Bellator a little bit. It's a girl who deserves her stripes and everything like that. So I actually got an interview with her too. So I like that fight. But either way, either side you're on, I can't speak you off of it. But yeah, that's the prelims right there, wrapped up in one bombshell for you guys, So now we're gonna attack this main card and tell you how to get some monies and plays to get paid.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's start it off. Eric Anders versus Kyle Dawkins. Who you got in this one, man?
Ah, man, man, man. So when we talk about Eric Anders, man, 14-7 wins, coming off of a loss against Jung Young Park, which a lot of people thought that he won. I was one of them right there. I remember it vividly. My boy Brad had a premium on him. I said, all right, man, I'm gonna go ahead and ride with your boy. I interviewed him a week before prior, second time in the locker room talking to him. It's one of those things, if I interview, I feel biased. Sometimes I gotta put a little bit of money on you. But I wasn't that much convinced in that one though. Now he's taking on Kyle Dawkins, man. Kyle Dawkins just got flatlined about 5 months ago. Now he decided, hey, he wants to be back in action right here. Minus 220 for Kyle Dawkins. Come back on Eric Anders at a plus 178. Eric Anders has been getting better ever since he's been over there at Fight Ready, Arizona, training with Henry Cejudo. But it's kind of the same Eric Anders that you see out there. Low put volume, tries to hold you up against the cage, clinch when he can. Not going for that knockout blow. Kyle Dawkins, I'll be honest, man. For him, the game plan, get him to the ground and just pretty much try to submit him. If you stay on the feet, I think he's going to get flatlined. If you asking me for the pick, I'm gonna go ahead, man. Eric, your boy
Let's
Anders, man.
go.
Plus 178. I told him earlier this week in the Instagram. I said Cal Dawkins is ready to go back to sleep. So I'm gonna stick to my word, man. Eric Anders wins, man. That's my play right there.
Yeah, yeah. No, I've always been a fan of Eric Anders. This is a tough matchup for him. I feel like he looked really good in that last fight. But I mean, if Dawkins is able to just weather the storm, Anders is very explosive. He comes at you, and if he catches you, it's not going to be good. But I feel like Dawkins is a smart fighter where he's going to be able to use his grappling in this fight to, kind of just pull out rounds, put him against the cage and grapple. So the smart play here, I like Dawkins via decision plus 140. Personally, I'm going to stay away for this one. If I do bet anything, it's going to be Eric Anders just because I rock with him. But safe play, I think Dawkins via decision is a safe play here.
I like it, man. I like it, man.
Yeah.
You're not going back to the board with your boy and just saying, all
No.
right. See, that's
I mean,
that's what
for the
I like.
Pig Dogs people, like I want Anders,
No,
but for the people,
yeah.
I'm gonna give you my play. Yeah.
That's what I like because I'm kind of on the same route as you, but it's just one of those to where it's like, man, I'm on camera, this and that, and you never know, man, who's watching. He might have somebody watching, So,
Yeah.
but yeah, man, it's one of those, man. But yeah, man, yeah, I agree, man. Let's
Yeah,
keep
it's
it
it's
going
a
on.
personally stay away from me though. It'll be an interesting fight.
Get it? Yeah, no, because there's so many fights on there, with other price tags like that, and man, speaking about big underdogs. I got one for you. But yeah, man. Next fight, man. Who we got?
Yeah, we got Jack Hermanson versus Roman Dolidze. Interesting fight. It's supposed to be Derek Brunson, which I was pretty pumped for that fight, but Dolidze is always a good, fun guy to watch, so I'm not mad at it at all. Who you feeling in this one?
Yeah, so when that fight got announced, I had to play on Derek Brunson underdog money. I was just gonna take that and roll it out and see how it played out. Jack Hermanson last time in the ring fought Curtis Action Jackson. And Chris Curtis, I want to say. And
Yeah.
it was a pick 'em fight, and I had Chris Curtis and Jack Joker showed everybody, hey man, don't count me out yet, man. You remember how I looked 2 years ago? I'm that same guy. So went out there, put a clinic on him. So now this fight, everybody's on Jack Hermanson. Roman Dolidze looked good his last time out. Went over Phil Hawes. Knocked out Kyle Dawkins. Still on the card right here. If you ask me, I usually have this line: stick to your guys, stick to your guts, stick to your guns. I've been betting Roman Dolidze ever since he's been in the UFC. I think 4 times, only lost for me once. I'm on Roman Dolidze, man. He's gonna win by TKO if you ask me, man. I think he's one of those guys to where when he's in the cage, he's there to fight. He has the physique to go in there and pretty much put on a beating on anybody. Not just that, he has the mindset of it. He's in there saying, "Hey, I'm doing the stuff that the other fighters won't." When other fighters are pulling out of camps, I'm in there going extra hours. When other fighters are saying, "I won't take this fight," I'm raising my hand to take that fight. I'm here to fight. I'm here to show you guys I'm the best. So, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the underdog Roman Dolidze, but I'm not this is not like a play. This is not like a, oh yeah, I told you so. I am a fan of Jack Hermanson too. He won me a lot of money back in the day versus David Branch and Jacare Souza and stuff like that. But I'm just riding with the people that I've been riding with and that I think can actually win this fight, and that I look at the price tag and I guess it's warranted, right? Because Roman Dolidze is coming up on short notice, 2 week notice at that. But yeah, man. So I'm gonna just go ahead and take Roman Dolidze to win.
Yeah, no, I did not expect us both to take Roman Dolidze, but I'm on him too. I mean, he's riding off a lot of momentum right now. That Phil Hawes win he had last, it wasn't too long ago, but that was a good ass fight. Finished him pretty. I think he like jacked up his knee and then slept him. It was nasty. I mean, Hermanson, he's a better all around fighter, I would say. Don't get me wrong, but Dolidze, I'm gonna take my chances with him. He brings a lot of pressure. He has a lot of power, so I could see him catching Hermanson. And this is more of a value play for me. The fact that you could get this guy at plus money, I think is a steal here. I can't bet Jack Hermanson with these odds against a guy like Dolidze. That's just a dangerous fight. So I'm gonna take my chances with the underdog.
Got it. Hey, let's give him a little prop on here. What do you think about this fight? You think it's going to distance? You think somebody's gonna get finished? What do you think?
I think if Dolidze wins, it's gonna be inside the distance. If I think Hermanson wins, I think it's gonna be a decision. So I mean, if I'm rolling with Dolidze, I think he gets it done inside three. What about you?
Yeah, no, same thing. I'm gonna take Roman Dolidze to win inside the distance on there. Yeah, if he gets it done, it's gonna be finishing him. He's not gonna be able to win a decision. No way possible. The output is crazy. Here's a stat for you guys. Now check this out. Roman Dolidze, the guy that I'm backing right here in this fight, out of 3 fights, he thrown 123 strikes. Watch this. Jack Hermanson, round three, one of his fights, like 2 fights ago, threw 127 strikes.
Damn.
One guy, 3 fights, this many strikes. One guy, 5 minutes, one round, that many strikes. So yeah, there's no way he wins a decision. So I actually think if he does win, it would be inside the distance.
Yeah, he's gonna have to catch him with something big, but it's definitely possible. All right, rolling on to the next one. We got the big boys here. Tai Tuivasa versus Sergey Pavlovich. Who are you feeling in this one, man? This one's gonna be crazy.
Chewy time, right?
Yeah, where's your shoe at, dog? There's no way. There's no way.
Okay,
There's,
Tai
there's no
Tuivasa,
way.
right?
Yeah.
Nike Area 72 Blazer Dunks All
Yeah, those
Stars.
shits are
Y'all
hard.
remember this? Yeah, get your money up, not your hate up. All right, here we go, man. All right, so we got one guy who likes to drink out of a shoe like this and pour drinks in there, right? And then we got one guy who looks like Drago off of the Rocky movie, right? So you already know I'm fading the F out of Tuivasa,
Uh,
man. There ain't no way I'm betting on a guy who drinks out of a shoe. Let's get into it. Sergey Pavlovich, I locked him up at a minus 170. I was on streams and telling people about 3 weeks ago. Get Sergey Pavlovich right now minus 170. He's going to close out at minus 210, minus 220. Nobody did it. Nobody believed me. Betting odds. Sergey Pavlovich minus 220. Come back on Tai Tuivasa plus 178. When it comes down to it, man, I'm on Sergey Pavlovich. Tai Tuivasa is one of those fighters I compare like Derek Lewis. All right, man, you've been fighting, you've been in MMA for this long. If I haven't seen what I needed to see in these improvements and you take your health and your physique serious, there's no way I'm betting on you at this level. Yes, Tai Tuivasa looked great last fight against Cyril Gane. I was all on Cyril Gane, right? Tai Tuivasa pretty much had Cyril Gane knocked, wobbled on legs and stuff. So I'm gonna be honest with you right now. After that fight, I gave him a lot more credit, a lot more respect than I did before. But it's the same Tai Tuivasa, man. I remember a year and a half ago, he was on like a 2, 3 fight losing streak, literally about to be out the UFC. Now you come back, get some good wins, So and the people like you, so everybody's saying, "Oh yeah, Tai Tuivasa, Tai." Nah, man, give me Sergey Pavlovich, man. I bet him last time. He's gonna make money for me again. I actually like him as a big parlay piece too. So yeah, man, I'm on Sergey Pavlovich minus 170.
Yeah. So you're not a fan of the shoeys? That shit grosses you out.
Well, I my people on the stream do them every single day and stuff. So I mean, I'm just used to it. I'm just used to it to where like, bro, my dude does the shoey and then spits in it. So yeah, bro, like they take it to the extreme over there. Like I'm, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
literally just used to it, man. Like yeah, but I can't. There's no way people put do it in your shoe. I'll pay you this, bro. Didn't you know that Jordan's like $500? DS dead stock never even put on. Like I'm a pour some. Come on now, bro. These people. But yeah,
Nah,
man.
I feel you, man. It is pretty nasty, but yeah, with my pick here, I can't pick either one of these guys to win. It's just too much of a risk, and this my pick here is probably the risk. It's even more dumb than picking a winner here. I'm gonna go round two to start. I mean,
I
Tai
like it.
Tuivasa, you like it? Yeah, the Tai Tuivasa, his
I like
last
it.
three fights went into at least the second round. The Cyril Gane fight went into round three. But the scary thing is, Sergey's last six fights did finish in round one. I don't love this play. I'm just giving you guys a play. So if you do bet this, bless your heart, you're going to be stressing. I'm personally not going to bet it. I'm just giving you like I kind of like those odds at plus 110. I mean, I think Sergey, he may come out, or actually this. So Sergey's last fight was against Derek Lewis. You mentioned that Tai Tuivasa is kind of like Derek Lewis. I think Ty's a little more tough though. Like Derek Lewis in that Sergey fight, he got hit and he just kind of crumbled up, like he didn't want to be in there. I think Ty has a little more heart than that. So I
You
think
do.
if he does get caught, like I think he's gonna stay up a little longer. So yeah, give me round two to start.
I like it. I'll be honest with you. I like it because I seen somebody had the over 1.5 on a site. It was like minus 125, and I was like, hey, bro. I was like, actually, I lean that way. So
Hmm.
when everybody thinks hard hitters, oh, it's not gonna do this, it's not gonna do this. I always bet that round two to start, that round three to start, because usually it goes like that. Michael Chandler versus Justin Gaethje, no way it goes the distance. Cash that round three to start, easy plus money. It's just a lot
Yeah,
of times you think, it's not going to happen. And these big guys, they're durable. And on top of it, they know, man, it's a little bit more at risk to where it's like, hey, I'm not just so anxious to go in there and bang, bang, bang. I'm trying to set it up a little bit. So I'll be honest with you, man. I'm going to go ahead and play that round two to start. It's not on my book yet, just because that's something that I usually always love. Round two to start and round three to start. And I just look at it like 5 minutes, man. And you got
yep.
people that just stand there for 1 minute and look at each other, man. Hey, shout out to all the 22 live viewers right now, man, with us in the chat. I can't see any of the names or anybody, but if you guys got any questions, any comments, any plays, any picks, put them out right now so we can shout you out, man. Because yeah, we just came here last minute to give you guys this best little fight dogs pick dog show. But hey, appreciate everybody in there rocking with us.
Yeah, in the comments we got Wicho. He got Tai Tuivasa. We got J Goat HD. I fuck with the name. He said, "Who we betting?" Oh, we telling you, my brother. So we do got some people in the comments here. And yeah, like you said, I mean, these guys are back in the locker rooms before this fight, and they know both these guys are dangerous. I mean, you think about fights like Derek Lewis, Francis Ngannou, things like that. Like they're gonna come into this fight, and they know both these guys have power. So that is another play on the round two to start. It's just these boys know what they're going against, and they may start out a little slow and play this one a little more cautiously.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yep.
All
That's
right,
our
so
next
next
fight.
fight on the card, who you got, man?
Yeah, so we got Matthias, I believe, Nikolai versus Matthew Schnell. Matthew Schnell had an absolute war his last fight. That shit was crazy. But who you got in this one?
Man, so everybody, everybody's on Mateus Nikolai. He had some good opponents. His fight resume ever since he's been in the UFC is top tier. I give him that. I've been watching him now for his last 4 fights. When you see him in there, he beat my guy David Dvorak last time out. I had Dvorak in there, but he's one of those guys that doesn't put out a lot of output, and doesn't like to strike as much. Dangerous on the mat if it goes there. Matt Snell, the man from hell, Cage from hell. Let's go, baby. I mean, This guy made money for me back-to-back times. I mean, now you're giving me my underdog price at plus 320. I'm gonna be honest with you. Mateus Nikolai is not a minus 400 to Matt Snell at all. People got this fight effed up. A minus 200 favorite? All right, I can see that. And I would still bat Snell. So you're giving me Matt Snell at plus 320? I'm on Matt Snell, man. That's what I'm talking about right here, man. Locker room
Nah.
underdog right there, man. We're gonna go ahead and get this money. I mean, he had to cut his hair. He had a hard time weight cut, so he cut his hair off, you know. But I just think that just born a new mythical creature. You know, we about to see the bald headed Matt Snell out there. And man, I'm on Matt Snell, man. Just period, man. Like I didn't see this guy fight for the last 3 years, and I'll be honest, man. Like he's fought a lot of people. I don't remember him being a plus 320. And if it was to people that's way better than Mateus Nikolai. So man, that's my underdog play. I'm gonna be betting personally. So yeah, Matt Snell plus 320 F with me.
Yeah, I might have to disagree with you on that. Look, I think these odds are a little too inflated for Nikolai, but Mashnell's is too reckless, bro. I think he gets caught with something. Nikolai's too technically sound. I think Mashnell, he fights a little more emotionally, and I think he's gonna overextend on one of these shots, and I think he gets slept. So I'm gonna go Nikolai wins inside the distance. He should have got finished his last fight against Sue Madarji. He got out of that one lucky. Now he's having a tough weight cut. I think Mashnell, he's not chinny, but he does get dropped. He does get caught with things. He gets reckless. So I think Nikolai,
No,
if
no,
he's
no. I'll
patient,
correct you. I'll correct you. He is chinny. No, no, he's
he's
chinny as
chinny.
hell.
Yeah,
I
okay.
mean, it doesn't get no more chinny chin chin than Matt
Snell.
Snelly Snell Snell. No,
Yeah.
no, he is. So that's the one knock. Is like, yeah, he's chinny, and that you can't cover. You can't. Oh, I worked on this. I worked on my cardio. You know, I worked on my defense. Like that chin, you can't protect. But if that's the only thing I gotta worry about, I don't gotta worry about Nikolai maybe submitting them or one power punch, this and that. I just gotta worry about my guy's chin. Guess what? He's been always having that problem. He's been chinny for like last 10 years. So
Yeah.
okay, that's it. All right, cool. We riding with it.
You think he finishes Nikolai, or how do you think this one is?
Nah, man, he's gonna win decision on this one, man.
Just a war?
Decision,
Like,
a decision or else a round three finish, man. Like he has it right now, man, and he's one of those guys, man. Yeah, man. I just think when people count certain people out like this, man, they back up against the wall, coming off of the last fight like he did. Give me Matt Snell.
all right, okay, that should be an interesting one there. Rolling on to the co-main event, one I'm super excited about. We got Brian Barberena versus RDA Rafael dos Anjos. What you see in this one?
Man, Rafael dos Anjos opened up a minus 320 favorite. Now he's all the way up to a minus 550. Come back on Brian Barberena plus 400. Brian Barberena last fight out against Robbie Lawler. We killed with him. We have Brian Barberena for the premium pick. Shout out to everybody that cashed. Rafael dos Anjos. I mean, god damn. I mean, this guy done fought everybody if you think about it. Looked good against Marciano. Now he's back out there. I'll be honest with you, man. The price tag minus 320. I liked him a lot. Parlayed him when he was earlier. Parlayed him with Pierce. Brian Barberena, yes, I will honestly say he's live. Plus 400. Anybody out there right now, you have to sprinkle something on it, man. Some coffee money, some lunch money, some money that you don't care about not seeing tomorrow. But yes, plus 400 versus Dos Anjos is definitely live. Brian Barberena is a dog. He's a caged animal in there, and he's one of those guys to where he's just barely getting that attention, and he's been fighting in UFC forever. Barely had a press conference, his last fight out, and stuff like that. So he's finally getting the spotlights and stuff, and people seeing, oh man, who is this guy? He's rugged. He's gonna fight for your money. And Dos Anjos, he's liable to just lock him up with the takedowns. If he does that, if Dos Anjos goes out there and execute his game plan and just goes for 4 or 5 takedowns, he's going to look like a minus 500 favorite. If he decides to stand on the feet and fight Barberena and be like, hey, we're in a co-main event, let's fight, it's going to be a lot more closer than people think. But if you ask me, I got Rafael Dos Anjos blocked up in a parlay minus 300. But the value here would be, I mean, I'm not going to tell anybody to parlay anything over a minus 350 because that don't make money on your account unless you're really doing big money like that. The value for me would be Brian Barberena but I actually like fight goes the distance in there too.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I think these odds are a little lopsided. Like you said, Brian Barberina is an absolute dog. Just the dude's just tough as hell. So getting these odds, I think that's a smart play there. But a little round prop I like here. I like fight ends in round three at plus 750. We've seen Brian Barberina in a few of his fights. He may be down on the scorecards, and he just absolutely brings it in the last round. I could see that being the case here. Rafael dos Anjos, tying him up in those first two rounds using his ground game advantage. And then Brian Barberina actually just coming out like a wild animal that round three and either getting caught by something by RDA because he's going to let it loose or Brian Barberina catching him. So I think this fight makes up for just an incredible round three in my opinion, and I could see someone get finished there. So a little sprinkle on fight ends in round three at plus 750. I think that's a solid play there. It's a long
Uh, the,
shot, but
the fight ends in round three. I was hearing what you were saying, but also I wasn't because I was watching my Kansas State Wild game. Is that only for Brian? Is that anybody wins in
yeah,
round
that's
three?
anyone. That's
Yeah,
anyone.
yeah, yeah. See, exactly. I like that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
like that.
I could
I
see
like that.
Rafael even dropping him and then like choking him up or something. Well, what's the score of that Wildcats game though?
Man, F you, man. It's 0-7
All
TCU,
right,
man.
17.
Not 0-7. You
Oh, I
wish.
was about to say. All right,
Seven
cool.
zero. Y'all got seven. Y'all got seven.
Did
You
you
got a
fuck with the
premium on
Sucker at
this
all?
game.
I do. I got TCU. The game's already started, so it doesn't matter. So I'm rolling with TCU. But did you do you fuck with the World Cup at all? You into that at all?
Oh, all day, bro.
Yeah.
Big upset yesterday. Shout out to South Korea, Japan, whoever it was. That shit almost
Hmm.
made me brought to tears, man. When the dude hit that second goal to take it from the draw and then took his shirt off and did the Ronaldo, I was like, bruh,
Yeah,
like
shit's hard.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It sucked
yeah.
to see US go out. I'm kind of fucking with Japan, bro. Those little dudes, bro. They're quick. They're fun to
That yeah,
watch. Yeah.
yeah.
So
I like it. I like it, man. Yeah, I got anytime Messi go today, minus
uh,
110, minus 115. But yeah, yeah, I'm into the World Cup. When it comes down to that, that's what I love, man. And plus, when it comes down to it, I'm just a CR7 Messi and Mbappe type guy.
I feel that. Sue. But all right, man. Let's go to the main event here. We got Stephen Thompson versus Kevin Holland. Break it down for us here.
Man, this fight right here, man, you got one guy pretty much just got ragdolled by Hamzat Chimaev. He had to take that fight on short notice, Kevin Holland. After that, he said, I retired, not doing any fighting. It took 2 months off, not even 2 months. Took about a month and a half off. Next thing you know, made a big announcement, that he's going to be fighting Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy turned down a fight with Shavkat Rakhmonov, another highly grappler, to where he was like, man, I ain't taking that fight. So UFC matched both these opponents against a fighter that pretty much equals them in the same skills. I don't want to get wrestled. I don't want to get held down no more. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, man, the guy's like 37, 38 right now, a little bit older in his career. Coming off of kind of like a win-loss, loss-loss win backgrounds. Comes down to this fight. Kevin Holland opened up at a minus 110. I was all over it. All over it. Minus 110? You giving me for Kevin Holland? Let me tell y'all something, man. But wait, matter of fact, yeah. So I'm like Kevin Holland, minus 110. Oh, okay. But then I start thinking a little bit, and I'm like, Wonderboy Thompson, this guy has the fight IQ way beyond Kevin Holland. No disrespect, but I mean, if we talking fight IQ, we talking like a C average student to an A plus right here. And Stephen Wonderboy Thompson has that thing to where he can always surprise people. And he usually does it when people's counting him out. So, I started doing some more tape study. Kevin Holland, a minus 175 right now, and he was a minus 110 7 days ago. Wonderboy Thompson, with so many tools in his toolbox to where he could just expose anybody and make those right changes that he can to win the fight. A 5 round fight. Who you going in favor for? Fight goes the distance. That's what I came out with. That's what I'm running to the bank with. So I'm gonna go ahead and play fight goes the distance in here. But I will tell you guys this. I think this is gonna be a great fight to watch from a martial arts aspect, and also for the people out there that are betting Kevin Holland. If you got him at that minus 110, wow, because every single other time Kevin Holland fight, he was a minus 180, minus 220, a big favorite. He was only an underdog to like maybe like two or three people in his last three UFC fights. So, but now you're back at the same stage that we were at. You're getting Kevin Holland at a minus 175. So, yeah, that's my take on this one.
Yeah, I like Kevin Holland definitely much better when it opened up at that minus 110 point, but and it kind of does. I am taking Kevin Holland this fight, but it does scare me when you saw Stephen Thompson fight guys like Jeff Neal, Vicente Luque, more of those stand up type guys. Like he did outclass them, out IQ them, which I don't think is going to happen in this fight, but it's definitely a possibility. When you're fighting a guy like Stephen Thompson, it's always sketchy in that way. But I like Kevin Holland this one. Wonder Boy is a counter striker. I think if Kevin Holland is patient with his striking, makes Wonder Boy strike first. I think he could. I think he could land some big shots if he just doesn't get over aggressive. And I also think if this fight hits the ground at any point, Kevin Holland's submission game is nasty. I learned that the hard way. Betting Tim Means. You remember that shit? I will never forget
Oh,
that.
I remember.
Yeah, I was on the Dirty Bird heavy there, but so I learned my lesson there. And if this fight hits the ground at any point, that submission game is deadly. So I kind of see Stephen Thompson get choked up. I think Kevin Holland has more ways to win in this fight. I think he has the power advantage where if he does catch Stephen Thompson, we could see an Anthony Pettis situation where Stephen Thompson gets slept. Or if this fight hits the ground at any point, I see Kevin Holland being able to land a submission. So I just think Kevin Holland has more ways to win this fight. So I think taking him at a money line is not a bad play. Good parlay piece. Should be an interesting one, but I'm liking Kevin in this one.
Got it, got it. All right, man. That's the whole UFC Orlando card right there, man. Went in depth for you guys. Gave you guys good little analysis on it. Gonna catch Brad at the fights a little later on tonight.
Yes,
But
sir.
now it's time for the best pick, best parlay, best dog. So
Yeah, what you want to go first?
I started off with my best prop. I'll give you guys my best prop. All right. Bet if you guys can on your books. Fight to end in split decision between the Angela Hill and Emily Ducote fight.
Yep.
Okay? That's my best prop out there. If you guys can find it on your books, bet that. Fight to end in split decision. No matter way, however it goes. One judge is going to see this fight for this person, the other judge is going to see it for this person. Why? Because these judges are gonna be like, "Oh, that's Angela Hill, the same girl that we always been seeing. I know she lost, but still, I just think." And then you're gonna have the other people that's gonna be like, "No, I'm actually watching the fight. I think she lost, whatever." And then you got the people that's gonna say Cody won because maybe she doesn't have as much damage. Or either way it goes, it's gonna be a split decision. So that's my best prop.
Mhm. And I see here either fighter wins by split decision at plus 350. Not a bad play there. Some good odds. Yeah, and to stick with that fight, my best pick on this card, my favorite pick, I'm going Dakota. I mean, I like Angela Hill, but she takes L's, bro. Like the fights are close, but she takes L's. I mean, just look at her record. Like if you fade Angela Hill, you've been making money. So I'm gonna stick with that. She's kind of the gatekeeper in this women's division. She's a cool girl. I love watching her, but I think she takes an L in this one.
Hey, Brad, man, you sound kind of smart today, bro. What you been eating your
Hey,
cornflakes and stuff,
you
man.
already
That's what
know,
I
bro.
like to
You
hear,
already
man.
know.
Let's go. Let's go.
Shit.
All right, best dog on the card, man. I'm a okay. I gave you the dog that I really like, Matt Snell. Okay, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys and just give you the best dog that I think that's on this card for the price tag and stuff. And when I look at it, I would have to say the damn. That's crazy. Yeah, the best dog on the card, man.
Don't say match now. Don't do it.
Oh god, Matt Snell is the best dog on the card, man.
Nah, bro.
Plus 320, man. I'm trying to tell y'all right now, man. Like, all right, Nikolai might win. Touchdown K State. Nikolai might win, but
All right.
there's no way it's a four to one favorite in there. And like I said, man, so yeah, best dog, Matt Snell, man. And I'll see you guys when it cashes.
All right, all right. Best dog. I'm gonna roll with my boy Philip Rowe. I mean, it's such a slight dog, so I'm gonna try to get you something better here. I honestly think Michael Johnson at a plus 275, even though he's lost so many fights in a row, and or not in a row, but he's if you look at his shirt dog, it's pretty ugly. But I don't know, Mark DeCasey, he's lost me some plays back in the day as well. So fuck it, man. I'll rock with Michael Johnson in this one. Not super high
Stamp
on
it,
it,
bro.
but
Stamp it. He's from Florida too, and you out there. So it's something in the
yeah,
air, man. That's what I like to hear, man. So you going with the menace, Michael Johnson?
yep. And then
The
Philip
only
Rowe, he's a
guy that
slide
the,
underdog, but
the only guy to knock out Dustin Poirier?
hey, you know what I'm saying, bro? Come on.
All right, Hey, I see. Those is two dogs right there. You know, we ain't giving you guys no little cute dance around dogs, even though it did give you Phil Rowe. You know, it's like plus 110, plus 105, plus 115. But, you know, we want to give you guys something more to bite your teeth in, man. All right,
Yes,
man. It's
sir.
time for that lottery parlay, man. This is that lottery pick parlay. You know, I like to call mine the bulletproof parlay because, man, when I put this out, I don't want nothing to bounce off and get shot back. So, yeah, man. I got it a little bit earlier on in the week, so the odds aren't the same. No, F that, man. I'm gonna do it different, man. I'm giving you my dogs. Nathan Levy minus 200. Take that right there, parlay that. All right, you gonna parlay that with da. Who else? Yeah, let's do it. Emily Decote. All right, man. We're gonna call this the locker room talk parlay, man. You know, damn, should I include the boy? Nah, man, I'm gonna give you a
Your
winner.
boy,
But yeah,
yeah.
all right, let's go, man. Let's go, man. All right, let's get it. All right. So I got Eric Anders. All right, that's the parlay piece one. Nathan Levy, parlay piece two. Emily Decote, parlay piece three. All right, so that right there, you put $100 on it, you get you back 650. That's enough money to buy you two pair of Jordans. We don't rock those Yeezys anymore. So yeah, man, definitely, man. So yeah, man, I got Eric Anders, Nathan Levy, Emily Decote. It's a plus 650 parlay. If you guys don't want that much odds, you guys could just do Nathan Levy and Emily Decote. But I'm official now. I'm betting it as we speak, and that's my lottery pick parlay for you.
There you go. That's that locker room parlay right there. I fuck with it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm going Scott Holtzman, Jonathan Pierce, and then I was gonna go Kevin Holland, but after talking about it a little more, I'm straight away with that. I want to parlay that's gonna hit. So I'm gonna ride your pick with Nathan Levy. I'm gonna trust you on this one. So I'm gonna roll with those three. I'll
All
lock
right,
that in. I don't know how much that's gonna
I
give
got
me,
you.
but
Those three right there, you lock them up. That's a plus 170 parlay, and I like
okay,
all those, man. So I'm doing the same, man. I'm riding
yeah,
it with you, man. That's the Fight Dogs parlay, man. So yeah, we
there
on
we
the
go.
board, man. Appreciate everybody for out there watching, man. We will be next week to cover that big old pay-per-view card for you guys, man. So check out the site, Pick Dogs. Brad, what you got up there for tonight?
Yeah, I got my college football package. That shit's already done since that game started, but I still got my favorite college basketball play on there, and then I got my UFC Orlando dog of the card. Check that out. That one's only $15. Great deal there. What about you?
Oh man, today, man, I got four plays up there individually for UFC. I got a three pack in there. I got one underdog on there. I got three money line shots on other people. Not big juice price tags, but get that 3 day pass, man. I already got two NFL plays locked and loaded, written up, ready to go. You got NBA around the corner. You know, getting my groove back. College basketball right here too. So definitely, man, get that 3 day pass today and let my picks pay for your whole next week. Lunch money coming out, Christmas money, everything. Not just that. Check out all the other cappers over here at Pick Dogs, man. Definitely can't go wrong.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. It's been a good show. Catch you guys next week.
Peace.